Yes, welcome to Sporty Monday. It is yet another beautiful Monday after another beautiful week end of football. There is going to be a lot of peace this week because both Manchester United and Arsenal won. I would rephrase it to say that is my journalistic side. My fan side would say there's going to be peace because Man U won and Arsenal, by a stroke of luck, did something. But anyway, the bigger story is that Gor Mahia is through, and I guess that's the game that I want to start with. But before we start with that, I'd like to introduce the panel. Fred Arocho, I almost say Tom. Fred Arocho is with us this morning again. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Azad, as we call him, Stephen Shitera. He's also with us today.
Kabisa.
And also Ken Erickson Jeru, aka Junior Dread. Unaona pale Mrasta mwenyewe is also with us. Karibuni sana, gentlemen. What a weekend. But let's start with the Gor Mahia. Gor pale nyuma ni Standard ama ni Nation?
Standard.
Standard. It's at the back of the Standard. So in case you have the back of the Standard, you can bring that up. But they drew 1-1. Fred, was that expected? Would you say was that a good performance? Because yes, they needed at least that draw, but was that a good performance?
Well, I don't think we are looking at the good performance. We are looking at the results, the ultimate results. It was a barren draw in Cameroon. For me, I think there are 2 or 3 players who were quite outstanding in this particular encounter. I liked how Boniface Oluoch did this stuff in goal. He's been going through some problems as far as his confidence is concerned, but I was quite happy the way he was outstanding in goal. I was also happy about Tuisenge. He really made sure that he kept the Cameroonians quite busy at their back. And Kachi was also very outstanding. For me, I think it's, other than the fact that Gor Mahia moved to the group stages, I think it also helps Kenyan game because as we are approaching the AFCON, we really need to get more of the exposure, and the exposure within the African continent is such tournaments because most of our players are going to be exposed week in, week out. Because remember, Gor Mahia are traveling to Dar es Salaam for the Super Cup. Then after the Super Cup on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, they're going to start their group stages in the Confederation Cup. So basically, it's a way to expose our players as we prepare for the AFCON. Because before you play the AFCON, you really need to have some sort of a team that you'll work with. Then you bring in the foreign-based players. Then ultimately, that kind of confidence will propel the team to perform well, because I don't think that Kenya is going to the Africa Cup of Nations just to participate. I think we need to move from where we stopped last outing. We need to move to the group stage. We need to win a match. We need to move to the quarterfinals. And then ultimately, I'm seeing Kenya doing well in the next 10 years in the African scene.
Do you think, though, in your estimation, with the current crop of team we have, not other things, games, let's say we do play all the games we need to play, we get a feel of each other, you know, hopefully Wanyama gets more time to play. Do you think that we'll make, and with the right boost from Kenyans, do you think we'll make a significant advance to, you know, to in AFCON? Do you think that we'll come back and say, see, we are knocked out and we are back home? Do you think we'll make quarterfinals, for example?
We might not make quarterfinals, but I'm seeing us making an impact because the kind of players we are having. Currently, we are having about 10 or 12 players who are playing outside our borders. This is quite significant because when you bring in those players, the kind of experience that they're having, I'm also happy that Zesco also qualified to the next stage of the African tournament. Why am I saying so? Because we are having 3 or 4 Kenyan players who are playing in Zesco. This will help these players being exposed. Then the players at Gor Mahia. Then ultimately the Victor Wanyamas who are playing outside the African borders. When you bring all these players together, the kind of confidence, the kind of atmosphere that they're going to bring around these players is going to help them. Because in soccer, it's not just about kicking the ball. It's about everything that happens before, on and off the pitch. So I'm seeing all these put together is going to help us. We might not go to the quarterfinals, but we're going to make an impact.
Yes. All right. Shitara, what do you think? But then this bench is here for Leo. Wale watu ni vile Kianda is not able to be with us today. But this bench here is for wale wenye ukiona points zako zimezidi sana na unaongea mbaya sana unauma bench. Tunakusubstitute, tunakuja kukaa hapa kwa hiyo bench. Well, Shitara, what do you think about performance of
Gor Mahia?
Yes.
I think that is where Gor Mahia belongs. Last week we talked of Gor Mahia perennially dominating the Kenyan league. So it was time for Gor Mahia to move a notch higher and have that experience at a continental level. And to me, I think they received our challenge and they did what it was expected of them. They collected a draw, which was a barren draw. And I think that propels them to the group stages of the Confederation Cup. They have made history. They have walked away with some cash, which I'm sure will enable them prepare well for the group stages, together with the support they get from Kenya here. To me, the strategy by the coach was good. You have the results at home. You only need a draw. I think it's a strategy that Mourinho employs. when you have results, why do you want to go and fight for results away? Just go collect a point, come back home.
But isn't that dangerous? What about wale like we saw yesterday, and we'll talk about it yesterday.
No,
like
it's
Tottenham,
yeah.
uko 92th. Mtu atoke tu,
it's dangerous.
Yes.
It's dangerous, but every strategy in football is dangerous. So you stick to your strategy and ensure that you get what you want. I think what Gor Mahia wanted, the results that they got is what they wanted. A draw, away. You won at home. What else do you want? And proceed to the next stage. So I think the coach applied the tactic that worked. And now that they have moved to the group stages, they need to prepare well. We really need to see a Kenyan team progress even to the quarters and even winning. Gor Mahia did it in 1988. 87. They did it. They won the Champions League. They can do it. So I think that is where the Kenyan football we are looking at. As Arocho said, AFCON, we've qualified for the 5th time now. We've been participants, just going at the AFCON to give other teams points to proceed to the next stage. I think we are past that. Nick Mwendwa and the federation should start preparing. I'm repeating it, I think, for the
6th time.
I think
yes.
They should start preparing for the Africa Cup of Nations. We are not participants at AFCON. We want to go and make an impact. We've qualified for many times. I think it's not news that we have qualified, or it's not new that we have qualified. We have qualified, but what are we going to do there? So the exposure by the Gor Mahia players at the continental stage gives us a head start, even as we go to AFCON in Egypt.
But I also feel for there to be maximum impact, we need to pull, remember the Africa Cup of Nations, Senegal. At that point, was it Africa Cup of Nations, World Cup?
World Cup.
It was Senegal was the shock factor.
Yes.
It
It floored France in their opening match.
Yes.
France were the defending champions. They were floored by Senegal. So with proper preparation, I think we can do it. We have the players. You see, an English Premier League signing a player of Wanyama's caliber is not by fluke. It means we have talent. But what do we do with our talent? I think we are sleeping on a gold mine. We need to wake up in as far as football is concerned. Yes.
Ken Erickson, Gor Mahia though, tukiangalia Kenya Premier League, look at that, they are at number 6, points are 13, they are 7 points off Mathare, which is at the top. And over the weekend also we saw Tusker playing Ulinzi Stars. It was also 0-0. But their position here, do you think this position in terms of Gor Mahia will improve?
Nitasema Gor Mahia si klabu ambayo ni klabu ya kukaa nambari 6 kwa Kenya Premier League. Lakini ukiangalia Gor Mahia wamekuwa na conjunctions ya mechi kwa sababu wamekuwa wakicheza in the continental world of football. Kwa hivyo nafikiri timu ya Gor Mahia ikuwa imecheza 7 games kwa Kenya Premier League na wako na 1 game in hand kwa Kenya Premier League. Ni kumaanisha timu ya Gor Mahia ikiweza kushinda ile mechi itakuwa na 16 points.
Which will essentially
na 16 points number 3. Na timu ya Gor Mahia ikiwa number 3 na 16 points, na hapo mbele naona kuna timu ya Mathare United na Bandari. Ni timu ambazo zimekuwa zikijitayarisha vyema sana kwa Kenya Premier League, kwa sababu timu ya Bandari kumaliza nambari 2 msimu uliopita ni timu ambayo huu msimu imekuja ikiangazia kushinda Kenya Premier League. Lakini timu ya Gor Mahia ikiweza kuhifadhi nambari ya 3 itaweza kupea pressure timu ya Mathare United na Bandari ambao kwangu hawajafika ile kiwango ya timu ya Gor Mahia, kwa sababu kumbuka hizi timu ni timu ambazo walikuwa wanapigania kuingia katika CAF Confederation Cup na CAF Champions League msimu uliopita. Lakini kwangu mimi kurudi ni kusema timu ya Gor Mahia ni timu ambayo imeonyesha mchezo wa hali ya juu. Wameweza kufika kwa Confederation Cup mwaka wa pili mfululizo. Lakini kwangu mimi ningewapea ile challenge waliweza kupata mwaka uliopita, ambapo waliweza kupewa pesa baada ya kushinda ile mechi walikuwa wanacheza South Africa na kuingia kwa CAF Confederation Cup. Waliweza kupewa pesa kama hizi tunaona siku ya leo ambazo wanapewa 27 million. Lakini baada ya mwezi moja timu ya Gor Mahia iliweza kuibuka tena na kusema wana pesa. Kwa hivyo nafikiri hii pesa itumue vizuri, isikuwe ni pesa ambayo tutakuja kushangilia, itumue pesa ya kuweza kujitayarisha kwa CAF Confederation Cup. Na ukikumbuka msimu uliopita tulikosea tu kidogo kuingia katika awamu ya robo finali katika ile CAF Confederation Cup. Kwa hivyo nafikiri ile pesa ikiweza kutumua vizuri na tuendelee kuona structures ambazo Shitera amesema ziweze kuwekwa vizuri katika ile timu, tutaona timu ya Gor Mahia ikiingia katika robo finali ya CAF Confederation Cup. Kurudi kwa timu ya Harambee Stars. Harambee Stars itaweza kufanya vile umesema kama Senegali, kwa sababu ukiangalia Arocho ameweza kuongea kuhusu wachezaji ambao wanacheza kwa ile timu ya Zesco ya kutoka Zambia. Ukiangalia Jesse Were ni mchezaji ambaye akipewa muda na aweze kuwa na ile chemistry na wachezaji wengine kama Victor Mugubi Wanyama, Michael Lunga na wengine ambao wanacheza ligi ya nchi ya Afrika, wataweza kusaidia timu ya Harambee Stars kuelekea hadi kiwango ambacho wengi watastuka. Na nitarudi tena kuongelelea mambo ya timu ya Gor Mahia, kwa sababu sasa hivi watakuwa na Aaron Shakava ambaye atakuwa amerudi kwa timu, watakuwa naye Joash Onyango na watakuwa na mchezaji Dennis Oliech katika ile makundi ya CAF Confederation Cup. Kwangu mimi naona timu ya Gor Mahia ikielekea na kuweza kupiku na kuingia kwa robo finali ya Confederation Cup. Wana uwezo.
Wako na uwezo tena sana. Alright, then also tumeangalia ile game ya Tusker and Ulinzi Stars. The game was played, but before that was on Sunday. Before that kulikuwa na ile ya Mathare United and Kakamega Homeboys, 3-2 the final result. And I just wanted to see Kakamega Homeboys wako pale number 11 and Mathare wako pale number 1, sitting at the top. The game was 3-2. I don't know what you people feel about that game.
Well, I was privileged to be in that match. I watched that match, and I think currently what is really happening at Mathare is the fact that they're having a very good combination off the pitch. Francis Kimanzi and Salim Ali are a very good pair as far as coaching is concerned. You could realize the kind of changes that they were making that match. Yes. The kind of tactical approach each and every 10 or so minutes in that match. Though towards the last few minutes, Kakamega Homeboys got a goal that was a scare to Mathare United. But all said and done, I think Mathare United has what it takes to win this league. Why am I saying so? In the last 3 or 4 years, you'll realize that Mathare United has been doing so well in the initial stages of the league. But when the league moves into the second leg, they fizzle out. And basically that one has been as a result of the resources that has not been there, the finance. But this time around, we are seeing the kind of sponsorship that has been put in Mathare United. They got a new sponsor the other day. And I'm seeing Mathare United challenging Gor Mahia. The reason why Gor Mahia has been doing so well in the last 4 or 5 seasons is because Gor Mahia has been having that stability as far as finances is concerned. Because for you to attract good players, you need to have that money. For you to attract good players, you must must have that technical bench that is sound and knows exactly what they need to do. So I'm seeing that combination to be very good for Mathare United. Look at Mathare United, and this is a team that will challenge. I'm not saying might, but will, because the brains behind Mathare, Francis Kimanzi and Salim Ali, is going to create a scare. They are not just there as a result of a fluke. It's one of the teams that has been so consistent in this league this season. So once again, I'm saying it on air, Mathare, Gor Mahia, watch on Mathare United.
Yes.
You've been having a role because you've been having the finances and the players, but this time around, Francis Kimanzi and Salim Ali are coming for that trophy.
0-0. But as you can see, it was not because of a lack of chances. Kuna player number 12 pale anaitwa Post. Alikuwa anasaidia sana. What would you say about that game, Stephen?
Ulinzi Stars ni timu ambayo imekuwa consistent pia kwa Premier League, but again you could see the chances they created. Na nafikiri it's high time kwa training pia players wanajifunza how to score goals, sababu kuchapa Post several times, then that shows you that precision ya strikers is somehow blunt. So that is what we've been talking of Kenyan football. Kenyan football, we really need, Arocho last week talked of resources. We really need resources.
And you've seen the difference, like you said, that a team like Mathare now has resources and the right bench.
Yes, a team like Mathare, I remember the Mathare of 1999, Moi Golden Cup, Kimanzi akicheza, kina Morris Wambua.
So Kimanzi ndo Solskjaer.
Kimanzi ndo Solskjaer in this. You can see now the chemistry he has been talking about.
Yes.
A player who becomes a coach for that club, Salim Ali. Kuna hiyo chemistry. The players are playing for the coach. The players are playing for the club, and you can see results. This season, Mathare United have already sent a warning to Gor Mahia, who are number 6 currently. And I think...
With a game in hand.
A game in hand, even if they won that game in hand, they are still off the mark as far as Mathare United is concerned. So this year, I think the Premier League is more competitive. It is more sweet as compared to last season and the other season where Gor Mahia dominated a whole season. It could win the Premier League with 5 games at hand. So this year, I think we only need to support our Kenyan clubs. They are doing well. Look at what Bandari is doing. They beat Gor Mahia in their opening match. That was a statement. Beating a defending champion in the opening match, it's a big statement, telling you that you cannot dominate us for all these years. So I think that should be the spirit going forward. Tusker, it's a good team. That has really challenged for the Kenyan Premier League for a long season. And the way the teams have lined up, Mathare United, Bandari, Western Stima, Tusker, Kariobangi Sharks, Gor Mahia, the only 2 teams that are missing there on the top 5 is FC Leopards and Ulinzi. I think there are 2 misplaced teams there, Western Stima and Kariobangi Sharks. I think this one now sends a clear statement to the teams of FC Leopards caliber and its administration. You need to borrow a leaf from Mathare United. They've been rebuilding since the last time they won the Kenyan Premier League. So I think rebuilding and rejuvenating your players is a key issue here. FC Leopards should stop signing names. They should stop chasing for names. Since 2013, FC Leopards should have started reconstructing. And I think they will be at the top there with the likes of Kina Mathare. So it's a challenge to the likes of FC Leopards, Sofapaka, to concentrate on building talents. We have talents at school level. We have talents at the grassroots. Go out there, look for talents, bring them up. Because mpira ya Kenya unakuta kwamba kijana mdogo before he breaks up aingie kwa FC Leopards inakuwa ni shida kubwa sana. So again, it's a challenge to FKF to restructure nurturing of our players. Support the corporates that are on board looking for talents. Talents zinapatikana kwa ground, but when you come 3 years later, you look at a player ambaye alishine kwa school games. Unakuta he's nowhere. Why? He was not supported up to where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge again to FKF and football administrators in this country to grow talents.
Yes, at this rate itabidi tuite FKF pia wakuja wakai kwa hii bench. Unafanya kwetu akiwarm hapa akingoja comments. Ken Erickson, ukiangalia table unaona aje? Manake ndio umeona hiyo game ya Tusker vile wako na chances, and most of the things watu wamekuwa kisema hapa ni kuhusu kwamba hakuna. I've picked up two things that ail the Premier League: finance and hiyo mentorship of young players. Unaona vipi?
Mimi nikiangalia Kenya Premier League, kwanza timu za kwanza mbili, Mathare United na Bandari, kumbuka ni timu ambazo hazijaweza kushindwa mechi hata moja kwa Kenya Premier League. Na nikiangalia hizi timu Mathare na Bandari, nadhani ni timu ambazo ziliweza kuchapa timu ya Gor Mahia katika Kenya Premier League. Kwa hivyo ni warning iliweza kutumwa kwa timu ya Gor Mahia na timu ya Mathare United na Bandari. Anakumbuka hii timu ya Mathare United wamewahi kuwa champions wa Kenya Premier League kutoka Noya. So I think hii msimu ni ile msimu ambayo hakuna favorites kwa Kenya Premier League kuchukua ligi kutoka kwa timu ya Gor Mahia. Timu ambayo inanipiga nashtuka ni timu ya Sofapaka ambayo sasa hivi iko nambari 12, na nafikiri kwanza kuna hii siasa imekuwa, kumbuka wameambiwa waweze kulipa mchezaji ambaye alikuwa goalkeeper wa timu ya FC Leopards kitambo na akaweza kuchezea Sofapaka, anaitwa Kasaya, wameambiwa wamlipe 1.6 million. So nafikiri kulipa mchezaji mmoja 1.6 million, na kumbuka tunaongea about resources katika timu za Kenya Premier League, itakuwa pigo kubwa sana kwa timu ya Sofapaka ambayo imekuwa ikiwa constituents kama venye Mr. Chitera amesema kuhusu timu ya Ulinzi Stars. Kwa hivyo nafikiri timu ya FC Leopards pia inafaa isome kutoka kwa timu ya Mathare United na Bandari ambao wameweza kuwa natafuta talent kwa grassroots kama vile Chitera amesema. Timu ya Bandari ni timu ambayo nikiangalia kocha wao anafuatilianga ligi sana za kule Mombasani. Anaenda kwa ligi ndogo ndogo za county ili aweze kupata talanta kwa timu ambayo itaweza kusaidia timu ya Bandari. Na nakumbuka timu ya Bandari ni timu ambayo tuliona kwa pre-season wakiweza kuwa na trials ambayo ziliweza kuleta wachezaji wengi sana ili waweze kuchagua timu ambayo itaweza kuwa inasaidia wachezaji ambao walikuwa na uzoefu katika timu. Kwa hivyo nafikiri hizi timu zingine ambazo zilikuwa na jina kama ambavyo Chitera amenukuu, ni mkuu Chitera akisema FC Leopards na Ulinzi Stars ambazo zilikuwa na jina kitambo, sasa hivi tunaona timu ya FC Leopards iko nambari 9 na Ulinzi iko nambari 10, Sofapaka 12. Na fikiri wanafaa watumie ile structures ambazo zimeweza kuwekwa na timu ya Mathare United na Bandari ili pia waweze kuwa wanaongoza katika Kenya Premier League, kwa sababu wacha nikwambie kuwa pale kileleni mwa Kenya Premier League ukicheza na timu ambazo ziko huku chini, Posta Rangers na Kumat KCB, utakuwa na ile ego ya kucheza na timu ambayo imevuta mkia katika Kenya Premier League na unaongoza. Kwa hivyo nadhani Mathare United sasa hivi na Bandari wako na confident wakiingia kwa mechi za Kenya Premier League kuliko timu ambazo ziko chini ya nambari 10.
Hapo sawa. All right, sasa let's talk about because we have a few minutes, let's talk about the English Premier League and the events they're in, and Fulham, and hata mimi nikinukuu Chitera alisema kwamba Premier League ni ngumu. What is happening to Tottenham? Remember, of course, they were rightfully defeated by United and now they almost had a draw with Fulham that is number 19, but under Ranieri, which might be a difference, or they're seeking to make a difference under Ranieri. Ulionaje, what do you think is there?
Well, I think the main reason why Tottenham is currently having a problem is the kind of signings that they had as the season began, because I think it's one of the few teams that is in contention of the league that did not sign a player. I think currently they are wearing out. They have several injuries. Mariga is out and Dembele is out. So basically, they're working with a very lean team. And I remember as the season was beginning, the coach was really challenged to try and bring in players. He was quite adamant. He said that he doesn't really need an extra player to come in to boost the team. This is what is happening to Tottenham at the moment. They are going through a lean moment because of the kind of signings that they brought in. It reaches a point in soccer that you need to inject new blood as a time, because now we are doing, I think we are doing the 23rd match.
23rd match.
Injuries are there. fatigue is there, and this is what is happening with Tottenham. And I think the coach is really regretting that he didn't bring in 1 or 2 players who can somehow give them the boost that they need. So moving forward, I think Tottenham will really struggle in the next 4 or 5 matches.
Especially because now Kane is out until March.
They're going to struggle.
Yes.
It's not going to be easy for Tottenham. And that might really not give them the punch that they need to chase for the league. In this particular match against Fulham, I think it was just a stroke of luck that they picked the points. But moving forward, that might not work for them. They did not sign. They're really feeling it. They're paying for the fact that they didn't bring in new faces into the team.
What about Fulham? Do you think with Ranieri wakiwa pale number 19 Shitera, do you think that they're going to make it out, or will they be relegated?
Fulham will make it out because Ranieri is a coach. Ranieri is a coach in the sense that remember Ranieri has coached Chelsea.
Leicester.
Ranieri is the person who grows talents. Ranieri is the person who found Lampard, John Terry from the academy. Lampard came from West Ham, but Terry grew through from the academy up to the senior Chelsea team. Ranieri at Leicester City shocked many when he won the EPL. Ranieri at Fulham has shocked many because when he came on board, Fulham was able to win their 2 consecutive matches immediately after he was appointed. So I don't think Fulham will go down with Ranieri. He will do something. You can copy that from the kind of play they are displaying. They nearly shocked Tottenham, and I can say Lagos on Tottenham's side. Tottenham, I can say Pochettino should wake up and stop being that coach who says, I have performed just by being in a group of performers. Because for close to 4 seasons now, he has won nothing. Close to 4 seasons now, he says, I have qualified for Champions League. I was number 3 and I was number 4. A coach prides in trophies. That's why I can tell you Mourinho at Manchester United came, won, went. Pochettino at Tottenham, 4 seasons on, he has won nothing. And I can say he's reaping the fruits of Harry Redknapp. The platforms and the structures that Harry Redknapp put at Tottenham is what is coming out now. And as Arocho said, he should sign players who will propel Tottenham to the next level. As it is now, he's still using the seed that was planted by Harry Redknapp. So when the harvest is over, what will happen to Tottenham?
Itakuwa nyasi.
Itakuwa nyasi, and that is when he'll be shown the door.
All right, let's talk about another game as we start with you, Ken Erickson. Kuna ile game, sikuwa nataka Shitera comment wa kwanza because of his obvious allegiance. Chelsea and Arsenal. And many people, including what they call bookkeepers, watu pale shabiki.com, walikuwa wamewekelea pesa Chelsea because they thought, Arsenal imekuwa ikidwindle, it shall continue to dwindle. Lo and behold, they started what now many are trying to say, resurgence. Resurgence. What did you think about that game and how Arsenal played? I must say, first of all, from my view, it was Unai finally woke up and smelled the coffee. Akaweka Torreira pale. Anyway, go ahead. Unaona aje? Sarri ball kulienda aje?
Ni mechi ambayo mimi ilinipiga huzuni sana. Mechi ambayo niliwatch na watu ambao walikuwa wameniingilia sana. Kumbuka nilikuwa nimekaa pale na mashabiki wa Manchester United walikuwa nataka timu ya Chelsea iweze kushindwa katika ile mechi, na mafans wa Arsenal pia walikuwa wanaomba sana tushindwe kwa ile mechi na tulishindwa, yes. Lakini timu ya Chelsea nikiangalia katika historia katika ile uwanja ya Fry Emirates, niliweza kuangalia mara ya mwisho Chelsea iliweza kushinda timu ya Arsenal katika mechi ya Kenya Premier League ilikuwa mwaka wa 2000 na nafikiri 13, bao ambayo ilifungwa na Didier Drogba, bao moja kwa 0. Kwa hivyo kwangu mimi nadhani kama Didier Drogba, ukikumbuka ile caliber Didier Drogba na strike force ya Didier Drogba ambaye alikuwa nayo katika timu ya Chelsea, hiyo ndio kitu ambayo inalaki kwa timu ya Chelsea sasa hivi. Hakuna strike force, kwa sababu niliangalia hiyo mechi kipindi cha pili, walikuwa na possession, walikuwa na passes ambazo zilikuwa mingi lakini hawakuweza kuzitumia vizuri. Timu ya Arsenal walipata hizo chance zao kidogo lakini wakaweza kuzitumia vizuri. Shida inakuja kwa mchezaji anaitwa Jorginho, ambaye ni mchezaji ameweza kuwa na more than 2000 passes kwa hiyo msimu ya Kenya ya English Premier League na hajaweza kupeana assist hata moja. Na kwa ile mechi niliona akizembea sana kwa mechi kwa bao yake ya kwanza Lacazette ambaye aliweza kupewa cross ama assist na Hector Bellerin. Kurudi kwa Jorginho katika ile mechi akiweza kupoteza mpira katika midfield imekuwa ngumu sana kwake kuweza ku run back, kuweza ku win the ball. Na ukiangalia bao la pili ambayo ilifungwa na Rodier Koscielny, ni bao ambayo Rodier Koscielny alikuwa amezingirwa na wachezaji watano wa timu ya Chelsea, 4 defenders na plus Jorginho. Na ukiangalia position yenye Jorginho alikuwa kwa ile mechi, angeza ku defend more, Koscielny angeza kufunga ile bao. Kwa hivyo nafikiri Jorginho sasa hivi Sarri anafaa afikirie, ajue hii si Italia, hii ni English Premier League. Aweze kusema Jorginho hata yeye kama ni player alikuja huu msimu anafaa kae kwa bench, kwa sababu sasa hivi tunahitaji N'Golo Kante aweze kurudi kwa nambari yake ya defensive midfielder ili aweze kuprotect the defense ya timu ya Chelsea. Pale mbele nafikiri pia makosa iko kwa Eden Hazard kuweza kupewa strike force ama force number 9, kwa sababu ukiangalia ile mechi ya timu ya Arsenal na Chelsea ambapo Olivier Giroud aliingia kwa ile mechi, Hazard alipata ile freedom ya kuweza kukimbia along the wings. Kwa hivyo nafikiri sasa hivi Sarri anafaa ongea na ile body ya timu ya Chelsea waweze kuleta striker katika ile kikosi ya timu ya Chelsea, na N'Golo Kante arudi katika nambari yake ya defensive mid. Afikiri ataanza na Kovacic, Ross Barkley ama Jorginho katika midfield, kwa sababu pale kwa midfield kuna shida tukiendelea kutegemea Jorginho katika ile mechi. Na nitarudi kwa Steven Stera wakiwa na Kianda. Walisema hapa vizuri sana Unai Emery. Yes. Walisema ni fraud. Lakini sasa nilistuka Stera sasa kurudia na kusema Maurizio Sarri ndio fraud kwa ile mechi. Sasa mimi nashindwa, ukishindwa mechi moja unakuwa fraud. Kwa hivyo nafikiri Chelsea watarudi kwa ile mechi.
In all fairness, Stera.
I think Ken Eriksson is putting words in my mouth.
Yes.
I still repeat, Unai Emery is a fraud, because a coach who had resources at PSG, caliber ya kusign the likes of Kylian Mbappe, the best player at the World Cup, kusign the likes of Neymar, and you still cannot win the Champions League, which is the ultimate trophy for any European team. Mm-hmm. Let me come back to Chelsea Arsenal. I think I did not say Maurizio Sarri is a fraud. What I can say, he's sitting on a very hot pan, because Chelsea is not Napoli. You see, at Napoli, he was not used to winning trophies. Chelsea is formed around winning trophies. You don't win a trophy at Chelsea,
Abramovich,
you are gone.
Unazidishwa.
And he is lucky because Abramovich is not in England. Currently, Abramovich is in Israel. So he's monitoring the happenings via internet and TV. Arsenal, Chelsea. I think I'll not give all, I congratulate Arsenal, but I'll not give them all the glory. Arsenal just found a confused team more than them, because to me, Maurizio Sarri has the problem. When you're playing such a high-profile match, you have a fully fit striker in the name of Olivier Giroud, and you start Eden Hazard as a false 9, you have lost the plot. Because Chelsea is built around Eden Hazard. Give him his role. And once you do that, you will register results. But he forced Eden Hazard into a false 9 and tried to maintain his old lineup. Because when I saw the lineup, I told people this game, the best Chelsea will do is a draw. Because Jorginho has lost the creativity. Jorginho is a player who fits the play at Barcelona. Short passes. Long passes ambazo zinaingia kwa box, Jorginho zinamshinda. You could see him struggling in that game.
It's a problem.
Sarri has turned the best midfielder in the world into an average player in the name of N'Golo Kante. So how do you play a player out of position the whole season? You see, as a coach, same to a student, when you do a mock exam and you fail a certain question, the same question repeats itself in the
main exam.
In the main exam.
You should get it.
You should get it because
yes.
now you repeat the same answer that you gave in the mock. Then it means there is a problem with
it's
you.
Insanity.
Because to me, Sarri tried that against Tottenham. He tried it against Newcastle. He narrowly won the match. I think the game against Arsenal, he should have changed the format altogether. Play two midfielders, because Jorginho is not a holding midfielder. He's a creative midfielder. But in front of him, we don't have creative people. N'Golo Kante is not creative. Kovacic is not creative. Now he has sold Fabregas. He has no options in the midfield.
Over. Yes.
So to me, Sarri should smell the coffee too. Because he fails to do that, he's following Mourinho through the exit door.
And also it is worth noting, even as we bring in Arocho, it is worth noting that in case unaona vile table inakaa, Chelsea loses its next game, hawa watu wawili washinde tena.
They are number 7.
Wanaingia number 7. Arocho, what do you think about Chelsea as a team? And then also maybe you can give a comment about the Friday game at 10:25. Manchester United versus Arsenal.
Well, apart from his feelings, I think Shitera is still stuck in the feelings. He's still having it that he's a Chelsea fan. In this particular match, kudos to Arsenal. As much as, yes, he's saying that Chelsea were more confused than Arsenal, but kudos to Arsenal. Why am I giving them the kudos? In the entire match, Chelsea made their first shot on goal in the 82nd minute through Alonso. He's not a striker. A shot on goal. So basically, Arsenal were really prepared for that match as far as the defense is concerned. Look at Laurent Koscielny. He scored a goal. He's a player that has been going down as far as his confidence is concerned. But this game brought back his confidence. Look at the blocks that he made in that particular match. I normally like looking at the two sides of the coin. I'm flipping the coin this time around. I've never been an Arsenal sympathizer. I don't like Arsenal. I'll be very candid on that. But in this particular match, Arsenal did it. Look at, as I talked about Laurent Koscielny, he's now the top scorer as far as Arsenal defenders are concerned. He scored his 20th goal. So basically, he's a player who's coming off his slumber. Once again, Chelsea didn't give what we expected. And that one should give them the punishment that they deserve. I'm seeing Chelsea going down in the subsequent matches. Now, going back to your second question, you talk about the big match that is coming up, the FA match again, Arsenal playing Manchester United. Currently, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has joined the 3 top coaches in the English Premier League. Why am I saying the 3 top coaches? He's won 6 straight matches in the English Premier League. There are only 2 other. Guardiola and
Klopp.
No. Former Chelsea
Antonio
coach
Conte.
Antonio Conte. These are 3 coaches who have done 6 straight matches in the English Premier League. So I'm seeing him coming very strong against Arsenal. It might be a very tough match because both teams are coming from a win. I'm seeing a draw. They're going to share the spoils because it will be fireworks. Arsenal cannot afford to lose against Manchester United because of the obvious reasons. The enmity, yes, the enmity, the kind of passion that is around that match. So I'm seeing a draw to be a very, very convenient, if I may use that word, a convenient result for the 2.
I'm seeing Solskjaer registering his 7 out of 7.
8. This will be 8 now.
It will be 8 out of 8.
Yes.
Remember, people are saying that Ferguson's hand is back at Manchester United. Ferguson is the one picking the team. So Ole Gunnar is just the face.
The baby face assassin.
Yes. So I think the spirit has come back to Manchester United and the winning mentality has come back to Manchester United. And to me, I think Arsenal, not because they punished Chelsea, Arsenal will be on the receiving end. Apart from that, Tottenham is playing Chelsea in the return leg of the Carabao Cup. And I think it is the time that Sarri should use to rejig his squad. In as much as Gonzalo Higuain is jetting in for a medical today, he really needs to change his format of play, because he has strikers. Olivier Giroud is there. Alvaro Morata is there. So I don't think the inclusion of Gonzalo Higuain, that Gonzalo Higuain will be the messiah for Chelsea. He only needs to rejig his formation, play players where they play in their natural position, and you will get results. Try it in one game, it won't hurt you. After all, you've been losing.
Okay, 4 in the Premier League, because that's where now the battle seems to be. So somebody says it's going to be Liverpool, Man City, Man United, then Chelsea. Somebody said, Governor Mdogo says, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, in that order. Boresha Elimu anasema kwamba our Chelsea was long bewitched, probably by United. We are now nowhere. Patrick Mudhungumi says, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United. Dorothy says, Chelsea must be there. Humphrey says, Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Spurs. Esther that says, Liverpool, Spurs, Man City, Arsenal, and he says there Arsenal is his team. And then also, in case Wasapora says, of course, the great Man United will be one of them. Final predictions of top 4. How do you think it's going to end? Of course, we'll still be here.
Top 4, if Sarri changes his plan, he'll be in the top 4. Of course, Manchester United. Liverpool, the way they are playing now shows you that it's a team that is not does not have the hunger to win the title. Manchester City is demolishing teams left, right, center with goals. I'm worried when I hear Kimani saying they survived a scare. A champion does not survive. A champion wins. So to me, top 4, I think I'll go with Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United. Chelsea will battle it out with the Arsenal. All
right. Arocho?
Well, mine is a quick one. I think Liverpool and Man City are on their level. They're going to be top there. Then there's the second cadre that will come with Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, and Manchester United. For me, that is the way it's going to be. The lower tier might not go to the upper tier. That will not happen. The two top teams, Liverpool and Manchester City, are going to fight it out up there.
All right. So that's how it is. Of course, we're going to be here. Unfortunately, for me, that is, the game has been pushed from Saturday to Friday. That is Manchester United versus Arsenal is the big game this week. On Saturday, Arena will still be live at, Kiande is not here, but we'll be live at Miale. We're probably going to watch the game there as well at Miale with Hot 96. So that's where it's going to be happening. Manchester United versus Arsenal, Friday, 10:25 p.m. Time ya 10/10. Tutakuwa tunaiwatch side by side. Tukisema, yeah! Tukishinda tu, yeah! Don't go too far. Sam Gituku is back. Going to take us through to the top of the hour, which is 10 a.m. So don't go too far. The hashtag to use is still daybreak. My own prediction, 8 out of 8 for Solskjaer. Situonane, tutakuwa hapa. Mungu awabariki.